everyone. Hello and welcome into a day where I did not plan on making a video today. I didn't want to upload. I didn't want to sit here and make one. I wanted to take the day off. Wanted to enjoy some other activities, sit down and watch some Thursday night football between the Giants and Washington football team. Maybe just, do a little freaking out about my fantasy football lineup, just normal things. But today in Minnesota Vikings world, go figure, we have a problem. And the problem is the updated injury report that has come out this Thursday afternoon. And it includes a very significant name as we approach week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Now, methinks that tomorrow is the official travel day for NFL teams that are going on the road. So the fact that this injury report has been updated, and you know who it is, you've seen the title and the thumbnail. The fact that this injury report has come out today with this player's name on it tells me that this is significant enough where he's probably not going to be available. I'm just preparing for the worst, and I think we should all do the same, because at this point, it looks like the Minnesota Vikings will go into week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals that just whooped ass on Sunday without any of their starting linebackers. Anthony Barr, Nick Vigil has been limited in practice this week. I believe he has an ankle problem. He's been limited the last 2 days, and now Eric Kendricks, one of the best middle linebackers in the league, fight me on that, in the league, did not participate today with a quad injury. So he has landed on the Thursday injury report one day before, I think tomorrow's the travel day. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's a huge problem. And it really kind of resets the doom and gloom for this week going in. If you watched the NFL Pick'em video yesterday that I did, 2 things. 1, go watch that. And number 2, the optimism that I had during that video where I said the Vikings are going to figure it out. They'll find a way. They won't have 10 penalties in the first half, and that still may be true. But they'll find a way to do it, claw back to 1-1, and I picked them to win over the Cardinals. And I realized that now maybe my optimism was a little bit misguided, because without Eric Kendricks, without any of their starting linebackers going this week, I don't see how there's a path to victory against Kyler Murray, Chase Edmonds, James Conner, DeAndre Hopkins, and that offense. We might get gashed, because we are currently facing a scenario where we will be starting the likes of Troy Dye, Blake Brandel, and I don't even know who else at this point. I mean, because Eric Wilson is no longer with the team; he is now with the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's not even like we have him to lean on anymore. So huge cause for concern going into this week. And this has come full circle, because what have we been talking about for the better part of 2 months? The depth on this team is not good. And we said that during the preseason, and everybody else was just like, oh, why do you care? They're just backup players. It's just preseason. No one gives a damn. These games don't count. The starters will be good and the starters will be fine. This team will win 10, 11 games. How about now? Because now depth is a huge problem. And I know, around the league, this isn't a situation that is unique to the Minnesota Vikings, right? Everybody has to deal with injuries. And I've said that before ad nauseum. The problem is we identified this as being an issue really early. And while there's nothing that they can really do to address it now, because it's just too late in this, it's too late in the calendar year, let's put it that way. There's too many holes for this team to fix. They just can't afford more players at really any position. I think the salary cap total was down to about $4 million, give or take. I haven't checked over the cap in a couple of weeks. But what can you do? What can you do at this point? You can't just make panic trades, because you're going to get raked over the coals in terms of compensation, because teams are going to know you're desperate at this point. We just have to hope that the Eric Kendricks injury isn't serious. Now, Courtney Cronin put out a tweet a few, not hours ago, but like a few minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, saying that it sounds like, in her opinion, that they will probably do an MRI on Eric Kendricks' quad, which is the reason he is on the injury report. So we may know more by this time next week what the future of this defense is. And right now, we are extremely weak at linebacker. We are very vulnerable at the position. I don't know too much about the Arizona tight ends, other than I think that one of their tight ends is Max Williams from University of Minnesota. So we might get gashed over the middle of the field this week. And, I think that the base defense has been, nickel, running that slot corner with Mackenzie Alexander. I didn't see him on the injury report, but I feel like he's He's banged up. Current injury report lists Anthony Barr, which we all knew. He still has the knee problem. He's been a did not participate this whole week. He will not be playing. Christian Darrisaw has the groin injury. He's been limited, but that does not mean at all that he is going to play starting left tackle for this team against Arizona. It will be Rashad Hill. He has just missed way too much time. He needs a lot more reps and experience to get acclimated before he's handed that job. Harrison Hand is on the injury report. It wasn't Mackenzie Alexander. It's Harrison Hand. He has a hamstring issue, did not participate past 2 days. That puts the Vikings pretty weak at the corner position, given the fact that Cam Dantzler was a healthy scratch. I don't think that they can afford to do that this week, so he'll probably be back. Nick Vigil, we've talked about the ankle. Everson Griffin landed on it today with a concussion, so he did not participate today. The defensive line depth is good enough where he won't be missed, but that's still going to be felt on passing downs because, you know, he's still a very viable pass rusher, even at his age for the NFL. But Eric Kendricks is the huge problem, and we saw this last year when he exited the season and never came back. The defense got worse, and it was just a huge problem. We are going to be relying heavily on the corners in the secondary total, and the run defense up front with Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson has to do better this week when it comes to making sure that the interior is well guarded. I don't see how we're going to do it. I really don't. This offense is dynamic. Kyler Murray is one of the most unique players I've ever seen. Not even just quarterbacks, one of the most unique players I've just ever seen. And we're in trouble if Eric Kendricks cannot suit up for the Minnesota Vikings this Thursday. So let me know what your thoughts are. I imagine a lot of the comments coming in for this video are going to be a huge hit the panic button. A lot of disappointment, a lot of predicting the L's. But, let me know how you're feeling right now, given the information that we have learned today. Given the fact that we are 3 days away from this matchup, what feels like a must-win, right? Because what team starts 0-2 and goes on to win the Super Bowl? I haven't looked it up. Somebody could look it up for me, but I have a feeling that digging yourself out of an 0-2 hole just to make the playoffs, let alone win a Super Bowl, is going to be a monumental hill to overcome. It's not impossible, but it's extremely hard to do. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about this updated situation with Eric Kendricks being added to the injury report. A potential MRI is on the way, according to Courtney Cronin, in her opinion. And how are we feeling? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.